What if action brings the clarity that you've been wanting and feeling like you need before you can really make your next move or make your move on that business you've been wanting to start? You've been thinking, I don't want to rush things, I just want to take my time. I want to make sure. Listen, let's just be real for a second. You're feeling afraid, maybe intimidated for a variety of reasons potentially. Maybe you're afraid of failing, and who knows what you could potentially be feeling fearful about. But the reality is, the reason why you're not moving, and maybe you're even just afraid that you don't really know what you're doing. Maybe you've never had a business before, or maybe you've had some failed ventures, and that's where the trepidation is for you. The bottom line is this: the fear isn't going to go away. It's not. And every level that you get to in your venture, once you get the ball rolling, if in fact you ever do, which is why I'm here to talk to you about that. But every new level, it's going to bring its own, it's going to bring its own levels of fear with it. There's always something you could be afraid of, okay? You just have to get to a point where you don't choose to look for and focus upon the fear, or just be willing to sit with it and sit with that discomfort until it subsides, but take the action anyway. So the fears aren't going anywhere. And listen, if you're a person who's watching this video, you are in no danger of rushing anything. Okay, you and I both know that. You are not in any sort of danger of doing that. The danger for you is in the delay. And that's where it's always been. Because you've always taken too much time to get into a thing and to actually get into action. You're always in overthinking. And again, I'm not coming down on you for feeling, having fears, okay? I'm not telling you to have fears. I'm just saying, if you feel them, I get it. I empathize, but you gotta stop letting these fears stop you. And a lot of times we think, okay, yeah, no, I'm actually not scared. It's just that I'm not sure about, ABC, whatever. And I would suggest that you probably are afraid, because you're not allowing yourself to get that clarity, because that's what you're essentially using as, your shield. It's what's protecting you. And maybe you're thinking, no, that's not me either. Okay, I challenge you then. I dare you. Listen, this is what I suggested when I first started the video. What if action brings the clarity, okay? Because now you're really the rubber's gonna meet the road. Now you're really gonna see if it is fear, okay? Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. You'll be the ultimate determiner of that. But if you feel the fear, do it anyway, okay? As the saying goes, feel the fear and do it anyway. But I'm submitting that once you start taking actions, that's where your clarity is going to come from. You're not going to have the whole plan revealed before you, in front of you before you. That's just not how it works. I mean, you could surely have a business plan drawn up, and you can get into a venture and find out that 90% of your business plan is trash because nothing worked out the way that you theorized and hypothesized. That's a fun word. That it would. So, I'm not saying business plans are trash. I'm just saying there's too much time spent on the front end deliberating and ruminating. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're in no danger of rushing things. The danger for you is in the delay. Clarity will come when you start taking actions. You take a step and then you receive a little bit of clarity. You take another step, a little bit more clarity. You take another step, and I know, because I can speak on this with clarity, because I'm a person who is, has come out of that way of approaching things. So I know the mindset well, because I've just been in it for too long. I spent too much time in my life doing that, in the research and the overthinking, the overanalyzing and all of that, and then talking myself out of a thing before I even got it off the ground. I couldn't count the number of times I've done that. I've actually worked it through from beginning to end, and I actually finished the whole thing in my mind, and I was like, well, that was fun. No one ever saw it, never made a dime from it, but I wonder if you've ever done that. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, action brings clarity. So I just want to challenge you, take an action. Go do it towards the venture or the business you're thinking about starting, or that you've kind of maybe already started, but you're just kind of maybe you're a little stagnant right now, or whatever the case is. Take some action. And then gain the clarity that you need. Take more action. There's a couple of women on YouTube who are mentors of mine, and I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I strongly suggest they have a lot of wisdom when it comes to businesses and building businesses, buying businesses, being an entrepreneur. So if that's your jam, it's definitely mine. I strongly suggest these two particular women. One is Cody Sanchez, and the other is Layla Hormozi. So look them up if you don't already know who they are. But I happen to consume a lot of their content, and I've heard both of them on multiple occasions. I couldn't count how many. And it makes me laugh every time I hear them say it. They don't quite say it exactly the same, but they both basically say, by the time you, Mr. or Mrs. Intellectual, are done, figuring out all the details of your plan, the person who's dumber than you is like 100 steps ahead of you, because they just got into action right away, and they've already gained like tons of data, and they're already optimizing, and they're already making money, and you're much smarter than them. I mean, intellectually, maybe academically, maybe, but they're not worried about all the stuff you're worried about. They're just getting into action immediately, and so they're already seeing results, they're already making money. Meanwhile, you're over here trying to figure it all out before you do anything. So anyway, when I hear stuff like that, it just lights a fire under me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't live there anymore. I don't live in that place anymore. And so that's why I speak about it, and I'm here to encourage you. And listen, the world needs you. The world needs you. Your unique voice, whatever it is that you have to bring, it needs you. So time is of the essence, and you and I both know your delay is only going to lead to more delay, and delay is death. So I just encourage you, and I challenge you, I dare you. Take some action. Come back here and tell me that you did. I want to hear all about it and celebrate you. I bless you, and thank you so much for your time here today. I look forward to speaking with you again soon, and bye for now.